Hello everyone. Today I'm planning on analyzing my not so recent, I would say it was like 2 to 3 months ago, performance on sprint race. Um, I already forgot the name of the city where it went. It was San Fargo Ponthierry. There was a 3 day competition. In that era, 2 day competition and like 3 courses competition. So it was one middle distance, one sprint, and one long. I've only recorded my sprint, I believe. Yeah, because I couldn't record 2 races in the same day, and the long race was too long to do that. So yeah, I only have sprint, but I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, and let me start all the recordings. Mm, it was raining that day, and I already had my 6 kilometer middle distance, so this was more like a fun sprint rather than really competitive one. But I still tried to do my best because I love sprints, especially urban sprints. So we had some time before mm, Point de Départ start point where I could read some parts of a map. So we started basically in this area, uh, in really west part of the card map, and yeah, then we moved to start, and I guess this was when I turned on my GPS. Yeah, so there was a small area, it's like foresty area, where you don't really do some smart orienteering. You count all the paths you see, and you look at your compass, and that's enough usually. You can see my GPS is not that correct about where I was. I went a bit further. But yeah, it was the start of the race, and during rain, running through mud is not like so much fun. But hopefully, it was really short. Um, because even the next control, number two, it was a bit harder. I had to use my compass and just like try to find the right point where I get to the road, but I hope it did it. Um, and then we start distance to the city. This is the moment where I fell. So, the like first 2 steps into the city, it was really slippery back there. And yeah, because of the rain, I had not the best shoes for the race. I couldn't know better because well, it was the race in the city, and like why should I use something with spikes? Yeah, that was bad because my arm after that was bleeding for a while. That happens, but still. So yeah, from control 2 to control 3, I went to the road and went from the right, not from the left. My idea was that after control 3, I can just continue running, and I always prefer when I have this option. And after control 3, I decided to control 4. Take it from the left. So there are like 3 options: from the left, from right, and start doing right route choice and then go to the left. The left one is the shortest one, I would say. The only concern I had was that if you go the right, the most right one, you will have a more, um, I would say, the easier way to go out of it and continue running. So yeah, after I turned right and just started counting rewards and waiting for the control, I was like, maybe it's not the best idea, but it doesn't really matter because then you should already start thinking about how you approach control 5, because control 5 is much harder. There is only one point where you can really enter this area. It's this door. you can go either from the right from control number 13 or from the left. I thought that the left option is by far the better one. I'm not sure if it's really the case or not. Maybe from the right is it, maybe it's shorter. Now that I think about it, maybe it's shorter. There is some number of stairs involved. Maybe that's why you shouldn't take it. Um, not sure, frankly. So yeah, so I took the left route, and it was not that hard. I just wait for the entrance. I entered the area and I ran to the end of it, because basically you have nowhere to run but to the control. That's the only thing you have. And why I didn't like that place was because after that you have to, because you have only one entrance, it means you only have one place where you can exit this place. And yeah, so I had to run back to exit it and then think about what will I do to the control number 6. And there is frankly only one option: just turn right and do the same thing but from the opposite side of the fence. After that, you get to the second building. I'm not sure what exactly this is. Maybe it's a school, maybe it's something else. And you basically just run along it until you hit the last half open area of it. It's under this like roof. That's the place where you should be looking for a control. Yeah, it's a bit hidden, I would say. So it's not the you should expect this control, but I was expecting it, so I was pretty fine. After that, I returned back to the middle of this building because that's where you can cross it. After that, you can either go from the right or from the left, because you need to cross the fence, but like there are only two exits. I chose the right one because it was really close to the place where I exited the building, so I can just cross it at the same time and stop worrying about it and just start running to the control. Maybe it was not the best idea, maybe the left one was the shortest one, but I don't really mind because it's like 2 meters anyway, and it's much faster when I just make the decision based on what I see. Here we go back to the city. It's much less technical now. So at the moment I was like, well, that's all great, but my main concern is my safety. I don't want to sleep again, and this was a bit of a slippery slope. And when I punched number 8, I was not sure because to the control number 9, you go either from right or from the left. I think going from the left route would be a bit shorter. It might be noticeable on time, like for 2, 3, 5 seconds. What I liked about route choice for from the right was that when you go this way, you first of all you don't need to think at all. You just run straight, and you have only one place where you should turn right. That's not that big of a deal. The second was the idea was that after I punch number 9, I can sort of continue running. I thought, at least. In reality, not really. Like if I went from the other direction, it would be the same. So yeah, there was no difference, but it was a bit safer. So I guess that was a right call, because otherwise I would just like I had the chance to hurt myself again, and yeah, after first time you don't need the second one. I'm not sure this will fit to my screen. Let me check if it fits to my screen. It almost fits to my screen. So number 10 was a long control. Basically, you have several options. You need to move from one east-west road to the other east-west road. And I basically chose to do a small cut in between of them, because when you have open area, you can do a cut. Otherwise, you only have this road that you can use. So you either go completely from the left for this control, or you go from the right with this open area and you cross it somehow. I believe this was an okay idea, and also as I see, I need to speed up my GPS blob. So I will speed it up a little bit so it catches me in reality. Yeah, I swapped the video. The trick with number 10 is it's mm, right, not a cross, but it's uh, the same place. Like it can be inside, it can be outside. You never know unless you look into definitions, which is a good thing to do. It's a bush, which is like a line style bush, and it's inside of it. And so you can't really go from 10 to 11 with the right route choice. You can, but like, why would you? Because you need to cross, uh, run around it once again, and it's much easier to just turn to the left route choice because you will jump jump straight to the road. Yeah, that was number 11. Number 12 is the one where I made some mistakes because basically I was looking at it while I was doing the previous ones. You can't enter this area from nowhere either than from 13 from the right or like from left from here. And my error with it was that I was thinking about this place, but I was not thinking about this place, and I automatically turned right for the number 5 again, because my idea was that I would go just after the fence. I will turn right, I will go into this area, I will cross the backyard, and I will run around the building. So that was the plan. But unfortunately, yeah, I spent like 10 seconds on completely unnecessary stuff that happens. When then I entered the backyard, I was like, well, I just did an error for like 10 seconds. I need to speed up to compensate for it. And the problem was when I was doing number 5, I ran across the street and I've seen a control, and I was pretty sure that was mine because what else? You can see it right now. So I don't even think a bit because I already saw it and I was pretty sure it was mine. And then when I get to it, I understand that I haven't looked properly at the place where it was, and it was a bit behind. So again, not the end of the world, but it's extra 10 seconds, and why would you waste extra 10 seconds on the stuff like that? That's completely unprofessional of me. Um, After that, it's pretty easy. You cross the neighborhood, the backyard. Um, the, you go down the stairs. After that, it's just to the left. I found Matthew at that moment, and I was like, well, I catched him because he started a bit earlier than me, so I was pretty happy with that. With Control 14, there was like two choices you can consider. There was either from the left or from the right. From the left, it was clearly much shorter, so I wasn't thinking a lot about it. If you have a pretty short option, you can go this way. From right, it was not that short, and there was no difference at like how hard it is. So yeah, you just go from the left. After that, of course, yeah, when you exit such a difficult, it was not like incredibly difficult, but it was still like the place where I did two stupid mistakes in like 30 seconds. When you get off from this location, you start looking forward to next locations and start to expect, not really expect, you start thinking about what you will find next and what you should be prepared for. So Control 15 had a bit of a route choice. There was either from the right or from the left. I think that the right one is the like pretty safe option, I would say, because yeah, you can't mess this up. You just go to the small path, you enter the is it a school or something, this sport area, and you get straight to the control. From the left, it's a bit longer. It might be better if runnability for the sports field is better, but I was not sure of that. And also, like don't remember as of now, but maybe there was something with the sport games that were happening. So I was not sure if we are allowed to run over there. So right was pretty nice route choice. Yeah, I would do it again. Um, I will try to speed it up to let my GPS catch me. Yeah, yeah, now it catched me. So after that, basically you can try to run uphill to get to the 16. And I believe I didn't do that because of the same reason I told you before. I believe we were explicitly told not to cross. When I was uh, I was talking how we were not allowed to run through the fields. So yeah, I respected that, and if you don't run through the field, it's just better to take the road. Um, Also because it was pretty slippery otherwise. After that, yeah, you look for the left building, and after that one, you should try to find the small one that will have the control. And yeah, fortunately, it was right there for me. After that, we had a control number 17, which was to the different part of the this. It was a stadium, like under roof stadium. Oh no, I sped it up too much. Um, let's do it like that. Yeah, now my GPS is a bit ahead of me, but maybe it's even better. Um, so yeah, you just go from the right of it. It was pretty scary to just jump without the stairs because the hill was pretty slippery. But overall, it was just a control that you go through. It was not that clear what to do with this fence because it was closed. But it turned out you can just like run from the stairs, get to here, and I triple checked that all these places, all the stair rails, I'm not sure, that they all have mm, this, how is it called? Um, Small lines, because basically if it would be a bold line, it would mean that it's forbidden to cross it and to punch control through it. But since it was not, I was allowed to do that, and yeah, it saved me like 10 seconds or so. After that is just another control with the stadium that you ran around. Here I got yeah, just to the control. It was inside of the like this curly building, and after that I really proud to find this small path between two buildings. I believe it was the best option to do because after that you are on the straight line to your control, and you don't need to run around from the right. The only concern that I had when I was analyzing this after the course was that maybe when you go from the right, you don't need to descend here, because descending was a bit of a pain. It was not like physical pain, but mental pain, because you're not sure if you will fall or not. Yeah, so it was mostly a battle with weather conditions at that moment. When I took it, it was the end of the course basically. Um, so for control 20, there were two options. Either from the right, when you run around the first stadium, you go in between of them, you continue running, um, and you get uh, to the end of the second one, you go to the right, uh, and after that you turn around the fence, you exit this territory, and you go to the left. Or otherwise you go from to control 17, and after that you just do the straight line across the parking lot, and around the building at the end of the territory. I'm not sure which one is the best. No idea. I guess the right one might be a little bit shorter in terms of distance, but I really didn't like how it would make me run around the fences, first of all, and second of all, it was a bit bad on terms of runnability, I would say, for all these roads near the stadiums. So when I had the opportunity to go around from the left, where yes, there were like some paddles as well, but they were not that big of a paddles. I used that opportunity, um, and I started thinking about the end of the course. But it was not that difficult to think about. You basically just enter the competition area uh, through the only entrance that there is, and after that you go to the end of stadium, and yeah, you run around it and get to your 21st. I'm not sure what was the number of this control. Is it noted somewhere? No, it's not noted anywhere. Uh, because it's a funny thing, because in French many of the controls of the like last control, they are usually named with some sort of like memorable number, like in Russia it's 100, in a lot of other places it's 100, sometimes it's either 200 or 500 or something else. And French people, they use 99 usually, and 99 is pretty funny for that, because in French it's not impossible to pronounce, but it's like 5 words or something. Yeah, let's do a final uh, walk away through the controls to find out if it was good or not performance for me. So as you can see, first, second were great. Third one was bad in terms that I fell, but besides that it was right. Number four, I went from the left, and I think it was a good call. Number five, I guess I could have went from the right and not from the left, like that, because my route, it was good as well. I'm not sure which one is better. I maybe I like the right one better because it has like a big straight line involved, and when you have a big straight line, you just like run and you don't think about anything, and it's a bit faster. But this one also has a straight line involved, so I'm not so sure. I need like to measure it more thoroughly. Six and seven, they were pretty easy. Number eight was just to relocate us to the other side of the map. Number nine, I guess I lost several seconds here. I shouldn't be doing the left route. I should be doing the right route. Um, like I told them, left and right from the direction you are facing the control 9, but not from the north perspective. From north perspective, it's left was the better one and right was not so great. Number 10, I've done, like, there are different ways you can approach it, but mine was pretty fine, I would say. Um, what about number 11? Yeah, number 11 was great. Number 12 was several errors. I would say they summed up to like 15 seconds or so, which is not that great for a sprint race. First of all, yeah, I went into the area which was not supposed to be walked into, and the second one was where I just completely skipped the control and went to the end of it. 13, 14, they were great performance from my side. 15, I guess the right route was better, so I don't mind. It was alright. 16 was alright. As well for 17. For 17, I am especially proud of reading, as I told you before, of what's inside of the circle, because it's not that clear sometimes. 18 was alright. It was just like an intermediate control. Between 18 and 19, I'm glad I found this small narrow path, because yeah, it was good. 19 to 20, maybe my route choice was bad. Maybe I should have gotten from the right. No idea if it was good or not. Like, I should measure from here to here, and it's either right to the north diagonal or north left north diagonal right. Um, the thing is, this, like, you get several extra to the left here, and you get several extra meters to the right here. They are, like, considerably the same. So I would say that those are not that different in terms of the distance. Probably it might be better because you have something to cut. Um, but at the same time, after you get to the like last 100 meters of the control, you will have to deal with these bushes, and yeah, I'm not sure that they are that great. But anyway, I was fourth, I would say, for that race. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, it was a good race. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next one.